Really? That was your reasoning? Yeesh. Okay. Well, welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video games canceled for dumb reasons. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at games where the reason for cancellation has already been clarified. We won't be considering games that were canceled because of funding or missed deadlines, though. We're also not counting games where the reason for cancellation is still in question. Number 10, Super Mario Spikers. Mario has certainly become the sports fanatic throughout the years. We've seen him play baseball, golf, basketball, tennis, and soccer, not to mention kart racing. But if you think about it, he's never played volleyball, outside of the Mario Party and Sports Mix, of course. So Next Level Games was ready to make a full-fledged volleyball game with some wrestling in the mix, but Nintendo was not sold. An unnamed Nintendo rep stated that the game violated its, quote, code of honor. We can only assume from the animations that Nintendo saw the violence as too realistic for the Mario franchise. Okay. Number 9, Star Wars Battlefront 3. In an alternate universe, EA never acquired the license to our beloved Battlefront series. This sequel to the childhood memories of many would have implemented seamless travel between on-foot and space combat. Developed by Free Radical Design, the game would have been released for the PC, Xbox 360, and PS3, but tension rose between Free Radical and publisher LucasArts. Missed deadlines caused late payments, which caused missed deadlines, which caused late payments, and so on and so forth. This essentially gave way to a cycle of spite and finger-pointing. Once Disney bought the rights to Star Wars, the project was permanently terminated. The license was sold to EA, and the rest is loot box history. Number 8, Thrill Kill. We live in a world where video games can show some pretty gruesome stuff, but when someone pushes the envelope, there's bound to be some complaints. Created by Paradox Entertainment, Thrill Kill was definitely one of those games that was filled to the brim with offensive content. I mean, are you looking at this footage? When their publisher, Virgin Entertainment, was bought by, wait for it, EA, well, let's just say there weren't a lot of smiles going around that day. EA canceled the whole damn thing weeks before launch, as they didn't want to publish something so senselessly violent. They would, of course, later go on to publish Dead Space, but who's counting? Number 7, 8 Days. Most cancellations happen because of budget cuts, lack of resources, or time constraints. Keep that in mind for a minute. 8 Days was an action game designed to last 8 days, utilizing a real-world clock, 2 main protagonists, and what would have been one of gaming's biggest worlds. Take a wild guess as to why Sony canceled this one. Well, it was no online mode. Yeah, the game was canceled because Sony wanted to focus more on games with online components. Yeah, we're not even sure how to respond to that one either.
Tell me you're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Number 6, Pirates of the Caribbean, Armada of the Damned. No, you didn't miss a movie in the Pirates franchise, but we all missed out on what could have been an epic swashbuckling adventure developed by Propaganda Games. When this RPG was revealed at E3 2010, many people were very excited. Finally, the Pirates of the Caribbean was gonna get an amazing game that it deserved. Then, Disney decided to do a little restructuring, and at the time, Tron Legacy was about to hit theaters. Disney decided to push all resources to Tron Evolution, the game, in order to coincide with the movie. That game then basically bombed, which prompted Disney to close Propaganda Games. We lost a promising looking game to get a rushed movie tie-in. Thanks, Disney.
They say, dead men tell no tales.
Number 5, Crash Landed and Crash Team Racing 2010. The wait for Crash's return wouldn't have been as long if these two games saw the light of day. Serving as a reboot for the franchise, Crash Landed would have been an origin story where Crash must save tiny baby bandicoots. Releasing sometime around it, CTR 2010 would have been an exciting new kart racer featuring customization options similar to the latest Mario Kart games. Our nerves were pretty struck when we found out the poor excuse for the cancellation of these games. Remember those rumors of Sony possibly buying back Crash Bandicoot? Yeah, well, Activision canceled those two games because of a rumor that wasn't true. Pretty spiteful stuff, Activision. Number 4, Fez 2. Say what you want about Phil Fish, there's no denying the brilliance of Fez, his 2D platformer that will challenge your perception and observation skills. The reveal of Fez 2 got a lot of people excited, but unfortunately that didn't last long. After a heated argument with Marcus Beer of Game Trailers, Phil Fish got fed up and not only cancelled Fez 2, but announced his departure from the gaming industry as a whole. To this day, Polytron is up for sale along with the Fez IP. It's a real shame that some criticism led to a mental breakdown for Fish, which led to the cancellation of what could have been an amazing sequel. Number 3. Jurassic Park Survival. Lesson number 1 in game development: the relationship between a developer and a publisher is extremely crucial in making good games. Unfortunately, Jurassic Park Survival would become victim to a horrible relationship between Savage Entertainment and publishers Vivendi and Konami. Despite the great reception of the game's reveal at E3 2001, Vivendi was not happy with how the game was turning out, as its original purpose was to be a tie-in with Jurassic Park 3. Eventually, Vivendi started delaying payments, frustrating Savage Entertainment so much that they ultimately canceled the entire thing. Vivendi's excuse for the late payments was due to Savage missing deadlines. Games take time to make, Vivendi, and people gotta eat in order to make those games. Number 2. Star Wars 1313.
Cargo lane cleared for descent to level 1313.
Steering away from your typical play as a Jedi game, Star Wars 1313 was going to be a gritty adventure where we could play as a bounty hunter. Imagine the faces of millions of gamers gushing over the game when it was revealed at E3 2012. Then, as previously stated, Disney bought the Star Wars franchise. Disney assured fans that development would continue with a different studio, but this would prove to be an empty promise when Disney let that trademark expire. Disney just couldn't let an M-rated Star Wars game exist for adult gamers, could they? Number 1. Silent Hills.
Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started.
This was Konami's next big thing. This was going to be their next big hit after Metal Gear Solid 5, and they screwed the pooch. PT was the playable teaser for a brand new Silent Hill game, with Hideo Kojima directing, along with filmmaker Guillermo del Toro and starring Norman Reedus. The whole darn thing got canned after Kojima and Konami had conflictions, and Kojima came out to announce his departure from the company as soon as MGS5 was finished. Kojima and Del Toro are now working on the mysterious Death Stranding, but we may never know what Silent Hills would have been like. What we do know is that Konami will never be able to live this down. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.